Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Cardboard Herald's Rook and Record here on Throat Punch Lunch, and today we are talking about records. Well, I mean, every episode of this we talk about records, but in particular we're talking about why records today, because I get that question now and then, what do I like so much about records? And I listen to music on all types of media forms, but there's something admittingly cool about records, and maybe it's the physicality of it, and the collectability is something that I really enjoy too, but I think it goes a little bit deeper than that. It's a sentimentality, a connection to our past. You see, what's cool about records is they carry marks of every time that they've been played, every time they've been laid out on a turntable and appreciated by people hungry for new music. Well, that's a needle scratching on it, wearing it down. Those hisses and pops, they're like old friends coming to visit, whether they're put there by me listening to them or by unknown strangers who have owned the records in the past. And that's really cool, and something that I think that you could appreciate is true of some board games too. You see, board games, when done right, get a lot of play, and sometimes that means that they're going to get a little bit of wear. And this copy of Seven Wonders has been loved more than any other game that I own. The point is I kind of dig this copy of Seven Wonders because of all the marks of all the amazing games that have been played with it. What's cool about Seven Wonders is that even though it's been over 7 years at this point since this game came out, nothing's really toppled it. Nothing has really outdone Seven Wonders. It is still iconic, it's approachable, it's interesting, it's complex, but it's also just simple and elegant. And that's true of another type of wonder. And it may seem really obvious, but I'm going with another record that has been put through its paces, probably listened to more than any other record in my collection, and that's Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life. Unequivocally, this is a masterpiece. A double disc album that has so many songs that are ingrained into the American songbook at this point that even if you've never heard them before, you will recognize how they have been referenced throughout pop music history for 40 freaking years, and it still hasn't been outdone. This is an incredibly audacious and ambitious album on Stevie's part, where he wanted to explore his creative limits, and he put himself through the paces in order to come up with something that's expressive and complex, deep and rich, yet still so incredibly approachable in a beautiful, catchy pop shell. Now, I know you're telling me, why are you having me listen to this funk rock R&B soul album while I'm playing my game set in historic antiquity? And I promise you, it makes sense. Not only is there like a cyclical groove to this album that feels appropriately thematic and also tonal in nature as you're shifting all these cards around, but also Stevie pulls on all kinds of types of music, going as far back as classical music to integrate in sophisticated and complex ways. So just like Seven Wonders, it's approachable, it's fun, it's catchy, but it is also deceptively deep and incredibly brilliant, and yet at the same time so unmistakably obvious, yet still has not been paralleled. And that is why Stevie Wonder's Songs in the Key of Life is the perfect record for you to listen to while loving on your copy of Seven Wonders. So what did you guys think of our pick? What are your games that you have put through the absolute paces, and what game do you want us to Rook and Recordify next? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching the Cardboard Herald's Rook and Record. We have all kinds of other stuff on our channel. We got reviews, recommendations, Rooks and Records, and of course, thank you so much for watching Throat Punch Lunch. I've been Jack Eddy for the Cardboard Herald, and the more that we do of these, the less bad music you will have to suffer at the table. I got a card hanging out of this thing right now.